All right, so we have Kelvin, Hopkins, Christiansen, and Elijah Riley. We'll get a mic to you. If you have a question, just raise your hand. Justin?
Hey guys, just tell me what is the feeling after a game like that where you have a very strong start and then end up coming very close to making a comeback at the end. What are the emotions like right now?
We're not good enough, and we have to get better to win any more games the rest of the season, and we're disappointed that we're not there yet, but we're going to get there.
It's a very disappointing feeling, like Cole said, but that's just how football goes. You got to fight with the ebbs and flows of the game, and Tulane has a great team. We knew that they were going to make plays at some point in the game, no matter how hot of a start we came out with. So, just being able to balance that and be a better team and figure things out. But we didn't do that today. And like Cole said, going forward, that's something we got to do if we want to win more games.
Matt, go ahead.
Just for you guys, especially in that fourth quarter, you're down in that position, but you guys are able to show resiliency. I mean, what's the feelings like for you guys? Do you feel like it's almost too late, or do you feel like, okay, we were able to put something together, we were able to show that we're not going to back down easily, even though we didn't get out for the win, we were able to still put together something that we can move forward with?
It just speaks for the type of coach that we have on this team. In the fourth quarter, you're down 21 points. It's easy to just kind of pack it in and look at the clock and get ready to go to the locker room. But that's not the type of guys that we have in our locker room. That's not the type of coach that we have that thinks that's okay. So we're going to fight to the end, and anybody that plays us knows that, and that's what we're going to do. It's going to be a four-quarter game no matter what the score is, and that's just how we do it here at Army West Point. That's how we play football.
I'm just going to ask Cole, the quarterback you played, Justin Millen, really had a quick release. He was spreading the ball around the field. What were the challenges that he gave you and your defense?
Yeah, they had tremendous athletes all over the field, and he's a great quarterback. I think he did a good job of spreading us out. Their offense did a good job of spreading us out, and we think we'd be inside, and then they'd break outside. So huge credit to their team. They got really good players, and they had a good scheme against us.
Kelvin, on that very last play of the game, there was a lot of guys that were coming at you, and you refused to go down, and you kept fighting. What was going through your mind in that last play? I know that the cannons even burst before you got brought down there.
Try and make a play. Just do whatever I can to put us in a position to score points. That was kind of my mindset. Try and get the ball off if I could. Couldn't. Just try and get as many yards as I can going towards the goal line. I knew, it was going to be a hard run, generally, but just trying to make plays and try and get points on the board whenever we can.
Ken?
Kelvin, you got an early score after the fumble recovery by Eric Smith, Connor's touchdown, but then you struggled in the first half, punted a couple of times. What was really tough about the Tulane defense?
Tulane they're a great team. They play really hard. They have a lot of athletes, but one thing about Tulane and their defense, they know what they're looking at. The D coordinator was with Coach Monken at Georgia Southern, so he went against this every day. They play Navy every year. They're in the same conference. They know what they're looking at. They know how to scheme against us, and I think that was exactly what it was. You got to be ready when you throw a punch. You got to be ready to take a punch back. And that's exactly what they did. They came out and got a couple 3-and-outs out of us, and we knew that was going to happen at some point, that they were going to figure it out and settle down and start playing us pretty tough, and that's exactly what happened.
Go ahead, Matt.
This question is for Elijah. On the defensive side of things, there are obviously moments in the game where they were able to really get things going. You guys had a couple of good possessions on defense, but it seemed like it was kind of back and forth between when they would, break through and when you guys were able to stop them. Just talk about maybe the major differences between what was going on those major drives where they were able to get touchdowns quickly versus when you guys were able to stop them.
We got outworked, we weren't getting off blocks, and we couldn't finish tackles. That's all it was.
Justin?
For Elijah and Cole, why do you think the defense struggled so much today when you guys have been a strength of the team the first 4 weeks that you guys played?
We got to practice harder. We're not working hard enough before the game, so we can't play effortlessly during the game. We just got to do better going forward.
Higher attention to detail.
Go ahead, Ken.
Yeah, let me ask you about the two drives you had at the end of the second quarter when you went down the length of the field, and then you came out and you had a good drive at the start of the third quarter, 75 yards. What was working when you got those two drives together?
Just finding the formula. Heavy dose of fullback. I think that was probably the biggest thing with those two drives was just getting the fullback going up the middle and sustaining drives. I think I feel like with every drive, once we get 2 or 3 first downs, it gets a little bit kind of rhythm. We start getting in the rhythm. O-line starts hitting and fullback starts hitting, and then other things start to open up. And I think that was just the story of those two drives. Once the fullback started hitting, other things started to open up too.
Couple more, Matt.
I just prefer everyone's to answer. Obviously, this is the first game of a 7-game stretch, so it's obviously one of those things where you can't really reflect. You have to sort of, turn it around quickly. What are the things that you're going to be focusing on in those next few days to just put this loss behind you, try and fix the bad things, and move ahead towards Western Kentucky?
Having the humility to look at our mistakes and get better, and then just getting better fundamentally, because right now we're not where we need to be.
Last one, Ken.
I'm just going to ask Elijah Cole, why was it difficult to put pressure on the quarterback today? Elijah, past games you were able to make a couple of quarterback sacks. So it seemed like they had a very big line and were tough to rush.
We just weren't getting off blocks, getting to the ball. There was no QB pressure, so it was 7-on-7.
All right, thank you guys.